What up, YouTube? It's Naj, part of Naj and Reina. It has been a while, a long while, quite a few months, actually. Let's see when's the last video that we did. It had to be somewhere in April, somewhere around there. But we want to get this back rolling. I want to get back on here and making videos for you all, and just doing some content, looking at some of these cases, looking at some of these things that's going on. As you know, we all find it quite interesting, and I actually found this one that I was unfamiliar with that looks like it's going on currently right now. And if I can switch it up, we got a little bit of a switch up here. Let's see what we got. There we go. So this is the Ohio teen who offed her boyfriend in a deadly 100-mile-per-hour crash, which is just crazy, clearly. So let's see if we can get some audio over here. Let's see what we got. Hold on a second here. Pause. We gotta say what's up to Meg. Just hopped on. What's going on, Meg? Yeah, it has been a while. It's been a little bit of time, but we want to try to do some more of these weekly. Hop back on and connect with you all and see what's going on. Hoping everybody is doing well, you know. So yeah, I just found this video. We'll see what's going on with it. Seems pretty interesting, so I'm gonna rewind a little bit. Last interruption. If y'all wondering where Reina is, she's out doing homework. She is back in school. She's getting her degree, another degree, should I say. So that's what she's doing right now. She's doing overtime with the school work, just in case you're wondering. Gotta rewind a little bit. Okay, so I didn't know nothing about this. This is wild. So she ran into a building at 100 miles per hour. Now that is wild. Susan, what's going on? Susan, like she changed it up a little bit. you got it. My name is Susan now. Pretty clever right there. What's going on? What's up, y'all? What's happening? What did it say? What she did was really tragic, and it's really gross how she was acting when she believed she was going to get away with it. Versus, oh wait, I forgot I can pull these up. Let's see here. Let me move these around a little bit. There we go. Interesting. How she acted when she knew she was gonna get away with it versus when she knew she wasn't. Now that's interesting. Yeah, it's my first time hearing about this. And what I want you all to do, if y'all have some cases that y'all find interesting, um, whether that's currently going on or that is overdue, that you all sent before that we haven't gotten a chance to look at, definitely drop those in the comments so I can check them out. I'm interested to see what happens here. Definitely interested to see what's going on. Let me see what they got to say. Golly. Wow. Damn. Wow. Okay. Let me see what's going on over her. Like, she was smirking and acting like it wasn't a big deal. Then she was a weeping mess when she realized she was going to grown woman consequences. Wow. And it might be a controversial one, but what is it? Alexi? Is that how you say that? Alexi trivia? I'm not sure. I haven't heard about that one, but I'll look into that. And Susan says, "Where be Reina?" Reina's doing homework. Reina's back in school. She is studying to get another degree. So, to add on to her list of accomplishments. So yeah, that's what she's doing right now. So, but I want to hop on here and just get back in tune with y'all and see what's going on with y'all and such. Meg, are you and Reina on TikTok? You know what's funny about TikTok? So, I had a TikTok, and you know what's crazy? It was growing. So y'all know I do coaching, right? So I focus on plant-based coaching for people that want to lose fat, build muscle on a plant-based diet. That's my full time. Obviously, the built by plants in the back that you see. And I had a TikTok. I was growing it. It was going well or whatever. And then I started getting some videos. I was getting like 100,000 views on TikTok, and my page was growing. And then they just deleted it. They just deleted my TikTok. They didn't tell me why. They didn't say what was going on. They just said I posted like a video showing how to make some okra, of all things, right? How to make okra taste good, some vegetables, and they just deleted it. So I guess they don't want people to eat vegetables. I don't know. So short answer, I did have a TikTok, and then they deleted it. So I just started up another one. Reina has a TikTok. What is Reina's TikTok? I forgot Reina's TikTok. First of all, I'll ask her if she wants to share it, but she's on Instagram, so I'll drop the Instagram in the chat so y'all can follow her on Instagram if y'all got that. Actually, we have a shared Instagram. Our shared Instagram is Naj and Reina, and I think we did have a TikTok for both our pages together, but I don't know. Let's see what they say. Let's trash on Chad Doberman together sometime. I'm not sure what it is. Or am I? I don't know. I'll write that down. Chad Doberman. I gotta learn more about what he did. I don't know who that is. Yeah, it did suck, but it's all good. I ain't tripping about it. Actually, I was tripping about it. I was mad. But at this point, it's all good. Let's get back over here to see what's going on with her. Side note, before we continue, do y'all like this new setup? Like, is this cool? Like, can y'all see the video good? Okay, hold on. Let me see. Set the video's a little low. See if I can turn it up. Okay, hopefully it's better. Hopefully it's better. Something I just now thought about. How did she survive this? 100 miles per hour and nothing happened to her? Well, I haven't like really, seen and looked at or whatever, or like, what happened right after, but at least a broken leg or something. Like, you kill two people like 100 miles per hour and I guess that is usually how it happens though. Usually when they say the drunk drivers and they got passengers and such, usually it's the people that's in the passenger seat that, gets harmed, or the person that they hit, never the person that's actually driving. I don't know. Interesting. Wow. Before we hear what he has to say, Meg says the setup is nice. Thank you. Let me know if that's better, Meg. I'm sorry, Susan. Let me know if the volume is better. Let's see. I've been thinking about starting my own channel. Nice. And I was thinking about starting a TikTok to promote the YouTube. That's a great idea, actually. TikTok is probably one of those platforms where you can grow the quickest, especially from the start. It's built off of virality, so to speak, and it really only takes, I'm not saying it's as easy as one video, but like with one video can literally get you put into the algorithm, and you know, whatever you're promoting, whatever it's attached to, can really take off. Let me see. I don't mean to make this about me, but any advice to get traction on TikTok would be appreciated. No, for sure. No, definitely. Whatever questions you got, I'm all for it. So, advice to get traction on TikTok. Something I noticed that was really helpful is hashtags. So, if whatever you're talking about, whatever the specific video is about, using lots of hashtags that supports that video. So for example, if I was doing a video on this specific topic on TikTok, I'll make sure that I'm including that title down there, a whole bunch of hashtags about it. I would search the hashtags in the Explore page, see other people that has put out videos about it, see what type of videos they're making that's getting hundreds of thousands of views and stuff like that. Make something similar, not the exact, but model it, because TikTok has that ability to really get you put out there and you know, get a bunch of views, even if you don't have a lot of followers. You don't. That's the crazy thing about TikTok. You don't need followers to get a lot of views. You know, so that's what I would recommend. Let me see. Okay, I missed a little bit. My coworker asked the same question. She was unconscious. Had several surgeries. Okay, I didn't know that. I wonder if it was also how it collided in the building. Meg, you think it was a murder, suicide attempt? Yeah, that's what I'm wondering, because if you going that fast, like if I was going that fast and I was trying to hit somebody and you know, end them, unalive them at 100 miles per hour, run into a building, I'm thinking I probably won't be able to, you know, see tomorrow necessarily. You know, there's other ways that you can do something to someone without risking your, you know, trying to think of YouTube friendly ways of wording this. I don't know, life, you know, so there's other things that you can do, but yeah, it definitely seemed like it was a little bit of, I'm done with this plane here, and I'm knocking both of y'all off with me. Let me see. I think he wanted to leave, and she decided to unalive him for it. Interesting. Okay, your volume is good. The playback of YouTube video is tough to hear. Is it okay for us? Huh. Let me see. Maybe it's my video. Maybe it's this. The playback. I don't know. Maybe it's skipping or something like that. I don't know. Hopefully we're good though. Alright, let's get back to this. We're about halfway through. Wait, so she did all that afterwards, dressing up for Halloween, all this stuff after she unloved the guy. Now that's wild. That's wild. The crazy thing about this type of stuff is like, if he's leaving, right, and you choose to unalive him, you also aren't going to have any life after that. So maybe she don't care about that. Like one way or another, you're not going to have, like, there's a very slim chance, like in 2023, that you're getting away with, you know, these type of situations. I mean, we've been through this before, like earlier in the year, where we talked about like how simple it is to you know, for people to get caught. Let me try to put this a little bit more. Okay. Like for people to get caught and you know, tracking their phones and intentions and text messages and locations and like all these different things that you know they have to be able to see what was going on and how it happened and stuff, is very, very rare for someone to be able to get away with these type of situations now today. You know, maybe 20, if not 30, 40 years ago. But now, like, it's pretty straightforward for them to track what's going on and how it happened, and you know, to basically paint pictures. So actually, let me see what here. Meg said she was on drugs off booze, right? I think so, and made that. Wait, and made that was to give to. Okay, maybe it was for a little bit. Interestingly, gave her courage to carry the plan out. Gotcha. This was absolutely premeditated. Gotcha. She fully intended to. Oh. Okay. All right. Well, Meg says it right here. I'm not gonna reread that for censorship purposes of YouTube, but yeah. Reported they were all using marijuana, but what would that make you speed? I'm sorry, I'm putting words in that. But would that make you speed? I think it's the reverse. Yeah, I agree. Nah. I mean, I don't really participate in the marijuanas anymore. It's been a very long time. But in my early 20s, for sure. And the last thing that it made me want to do was speed, right? Let alone drive in general. Like, I want to go to sleep. So I don't know if you could necessarily blame that on the marijuana. And with her planning to unalive herself, why should she care if they figured out she did on purpose? They can't do any of it. Yeah, I agree. Yeah, that makes more sense, Meg. I think she has some more serious in her system. Let's finish this up. Wow. Wow. Hold on. Let me pull that up to see what that's about. What is it called? The tally. Let's see if we can find that. Huh. Well, this is Vitaly. Basically, jewelry, rings, bracelets. She was out here wilding. Thanks for coming through, Susan. Appreciate you stopping by. Yeah, she was wilding. She did all that afterwards. Wow. Now that's wild. You did all of that after he got a well, not he got arrested. After he was unalived by you, 100 miles per hour, and you had surgeries and all that stuff, and you still happen to find it enough energy and you know courage to have a full-on Halloween. Yeah, that looks intentional. I guess they said that she's a teen, so obviously she's not that mentally developed at the moment, because I think we all did a lot of crazy stuff. No, nothing to this level. I would hope y'all ain't did nothing to this level as a teen. But yeah, that says you ain't got it all, and her mom ain't got it all for letting her do it. I gotta pause it right there. Is it just me? Maybe it's just me. But in these situations, like I get the concept of reading off paper to make sure that you remember your thoughts and that everything is, organized. I even do it, for my fitness business when I'm read off papers, some shit that I have an outline of topics that I want to talk about to make sure I stay on track and that I'm not forgetting anything. But in this situation, in a courtroom, and she said she wanted to say to the family and wrote down what she wants to say to the family. Maybe it's just me. Maybe it's just a mental thing that's like in my head that I associate reading off a paper as not being genuine or authentic. But in my head, it seems as if when you read off a paper, it comes across a little bit as let me see. What's the right word? Like inauthentic and not as I don't know, just not as genuine to me. I don't even know what she's going to say, and she might mean every word that she's saying, but it's just the perception of when I see someone read off a paper, it's like, oh god, here we go. That's just what goes on in my head when I see someone reading off a paper and saying something that's important. I'm not saying that that's what happened, but it's like whenever I see that and you're saying something that's like important to someone, it's like reading off a paper is like I'm just doing this because I got to do it and I want to make sure that I don't miss a point. I don't know. I probably maybe I'm way off with that, but that's just the perception I get whenever I see someone reading something off a paper. I gotta rewind that. Wait, see, okay, so that didn't even require it to be read I'm probably being more picky than I need to be, but if I'm the family and this was your apology to me, and the whole time your eyes are just reading off of paper, like there's no eye contact or even just like, and then you're like, okay, and I want to say this, okay, I want to say this, okay, all right, Your Honor, like, I don't know, maybe it's just me, maybe I'm judgmental. I just don't feel it. I just don't feel it. Why can't she remember what happened? Oh, I don't know. Maybe the accident was that bad. I guess she was going 100 miles per hour. But this is what I be saying though. It's like, you know what it reminds me of? Like, I don't know a whole lot, right? I don't know a whole lot about everything, but I know a lot about what I know, and that's my favorite line that Raina always tries to make fun of me for saying. But I do. But I do know that when you're acting or you're in acting school, they tend to read off scripts, right? And maybe it's an association that I've come to like see that goes across certain industries, and it's usually, you know, in acting, they're when they're reading a script or they're, you know, they're trying to remember a role or something like that, they're usually reading and they're looking. And again, I guess you got to cut her a little bit of slack because she is a teenager and she's young or whatever, but like people that was around her at least could have said like, hey, this is your life on the line, try to remember this, right? Don't look down on the paper and just stare at the paper. Like a little bit of looking at the person that you're talking to might go a little bit more, you know, and not even a little bit, a long way. It just looks like you're just saying it because it needs to be said or what's supposed to be said, or somebody wrote it for you, so you need to just read what's on the paper. It just, I don't know, it just never comes off as right to me. Before we do that, Meg says, I agree. Don't look up from the paper. I'm sorry. If they don't look up from the paper, I bullet point, especially if I'm emotional, to keep on track. Okay. Yeah, nah, I agree with that. But don't like icon. Well, that was weird. But I don't lock eyes with the words. You have to look at people to seem sincere. Agreed. She remembers she's sorry and afraid for herself and trying to manipulate the judge and jury by being a pitiful little girl. That's powerful. That's powerful. That makes sense. and she remembers. Okay, I just read that. Yeah, yeah, this is interesting. This is very interesting. Let's see what the judge had to say. Wow. Wow. Mm. Wow. Wow. Now that's interesting. Like, I don't know a lot about the whole overall case, but she's lucky that she got both of those sentences to be concurrent. I think that's partially somewhat due to their mom, based off of what due to her mom, based off what they said, with the plea to have them done, because it could have been 30 to life, one then after the other. But she's getting them concurrently, so it's 15 to life, with the possibility of getting out at 15, well, after 15 for parole, with also, you know, what they say, time served. So I don't know how long she's been in jail, but I'm not sure exactly when this was or when it took place. Maybe it was, a year ago, 2 years ago. Let's say it was 3 years ago. So she's basically doing, if it was 3 years ago, she's doing like 12 to life. And if she's a teenager, I can't imagine her being any older than 19. So let's say worst case scenario, she's 19, 15 years. What is that? 34. She can get out at the earliest, or however long she's time served. So let's say it's 2 years, maybe 32. But you know, um, I don't know. That's a crazy situation. That's a wild one right there. That's a wild one. I'm actually shocked that it's 15 though. I thought it would have been a little bit longer, but yeah, going 100 miles per hour. Let me see. Meg says, I was a teen girl a few years ago. How old are you, Meg? A few years ago, I was a teen. 14 years ago. at what was I 19, 14 years ago. I was a teen girl. Oh, I do remember. Actually, I think Meg, you said you was like 23 or 24, something like that. I was a teen girl a few years ago, but never at my worst did I ever consider this. I also had friends who were also teenagers who went through rough breakups. None of us decided to do what she did. Yeah, that's yeah, yeah, man. I feel that the guys don't get to come back in 15 years. Yeah, they tend to be a little bit. I mean, I haven't looked at all, the cases in these situations, but I would think that, you know, um, they probably were a little bit more lenient towards her. This is a rough one. I'm actually surprised. I should have guessed what I thought that. Maybe next time I'll do that. Not like it's fun, but like I should have guessed what I thought they would give her versus what they did give, because I wouldn't have guessed it would have been 15 years to life. I would have. Let me see. If I did have to guess based off this situation, 2 people were killed, and then I think they said a girl was injured, like their sister. At minimum, like 25 to life, I would have thought. But maybe the fact that she's a teenager, I don't know. Yeah, maybe the fact that she's a teenager had a little bit more something to do with it, I mean, they say that your brain isn't fully developed to get 25, right? Which, that's just based off of current research. I think the brain is constantly being developed or, deteriorating based off of like what you're doing in life. If you're learning or if you're not, activating it as much, But anyways, this was an interesting one. I found this to be shocking, and I don't know if the family feels just by this. I don't know if they feel like this was justice for the 2 boys. Were they brothers or were they friends? I can't remember. But I don't know. This was a very interesting one. Yeah. But I think we're going to leave it there. I think we are going to leave it right there. Hopefully you all enjoyed this live. Let me know some other cases that you all want to go over. I know you said, what was it, Meg? You said like, what was that? Alex or what was it? Let me see. Alexi. Alexee. Alexi and Chad Duberman. I'm gonna look into those. Let's see. Meg says no. If she was a dude, I think they'd get 30 to life with no parole. Wow. I can't argue with that. I cannot argue with that. Yeah, I can't argue with that. Yeah, more than likely, probably. And then Chad Duberman. They were friends. Chad Duberman. Okay, I put Duber. Okay, I'm gonna look into that and I'm gonna check that out and see what we got there, because that's pretty interesting. I appreciate y'all coming through. Thanks, Meg, for popping in, interacting. Let me know what's going on, what's up and such. Do you know when the next one will be? So, good question. Great question. Autumn, what's the deal? Autumn, what's going on? I appreciate y'all coming through. Autumn, you could probably catch the replay as far as like everything we just touched on with this video. But as far as the next one, I'm going to say, let's say this upcoming Friday, because Reina's going back to Chicago. Friday, I got to drop off at the airport. I guess we're good. I got to drop off at the airport, so that'll be in the evening. So let's say maybe it'll probably be late though, like 9:30 Friday night. Friday 9:30 to 10 p.m. CST, most likely. So she'll be going back to the house, as I call it. So we'll probably go ahead and I'll probably hop back on, and we'll do another one. So I'm gonna take a look at some different ones. Let's see. I'm going to one. Chad is bad and rough to learn about, but I think it's important to. Let me see what's up with this. Let me see, because you don't gave a couple warnings about Chad. I have no idea what this is about. Chad Doerman. Let me pull this up. Is it about kids? If it has anything to do with kids, I don't know if I want to do it. I don't like stuff that has to do with kids or young children, especially like actual things related to kids. I don't like to. I mean, obviously you gotta be aware, but I don't like to talk much about that. That's sad. That's a little bit too much for me to. It really makes me angry, to be honest, with anything that has to do with kids being harmed or hurt or anything like that. So hopefully it's not. Let me see. Let's see. Chad Doerman, Claremont County father and died. Okay, wow, yeah, 3 of them. Oh man. Golly, this is crazy. Oh man. Okay, well. All right, Meg. Well, I guess we can touch on this Friday. I guess we can. Right. Thankfully, it has nothing to do with that. But still, my gosh. And they were young kids, 7, 4, and 3. Sheesh. Was this recent? Okay, a couple months ago. No, it's all good, Meg. It's all good. I just said off the top, so you didn't really know. But I mean, I guess it is still good to touch on because I don't know. The only way I see stuff like this happen is if people are on drugs, or I don't know. That's my only reasoning. You gotta be on drugs, or mentally kind of unstable. Maybe is the right word without being offensive. Yeah, this is a wild boy right here. Yeah, I feel you on that. Yeah. Okay, cool. Well, we'll touch on this Friday. Let's say for sure it'll be a late one, like I said. So let's say this Friday. What is Friday? Friday is calendar. Friday is the 1st. Okay, the 1st, let's say 10 p.m. CST to be sure. Excuse me. It'll probably be a little bit earlier than that. It might be 9:30, but let's say 10 p.m. CST. We'll touch on that, and I'll put out a reminder. I try to do the reminder, like schedule it ahead of time. Schedule live tomorrow, and then it'll be for tomorrow. Well, it'll be for Friday, September 1st, 10 p.m. CST. That works for me. Golly, this fool's crazy. Where is this? Where? Nah, you mentioned a couple times, so we can take a look at this. We can see what's going on. What was this? Where are they located? I don't even know where this is at. Autumn, I hope you're doing good, Autumn. I hope everything's good with you. Thanks for coming through. Appreciate y'all for coming through. I know it's been a long while basically we missed the whole summer. But I'm gonna try to get back active with these and at least show up for y'all a few times throughout the week. So hopefully we'll have some good times and such. Yeah. I totally understand why it's hard to learn and read about the cases like doing, man. Yeah, I just don't like I just don't like stuff, looking at stuff with kids. It's sad, like they ain't gotta, I don't even, we'll look at it. We'll save it for Friday. I'll talk about my thoughts on that on Friday. All right. So, but for real, thank y'all for coming through. It's been a while. I ain't gonna lie. I ain't know if none of y'all were gonna show up. So, thanks for y'all that did. Meg and Autumn and Susan and everybody else that was watching and such that didn't necessarily comment. But yeah, and then after that, after the live, definitely drop a couple of stories that you want to be touched on, and we'll see what happens with that. Maybe we can go over a couple of those, but other than that, I'll catch y'all this Friday, let's say 10 p.m. CST, and y'all enjoy the rest of y'all week. Catch y'all later. Peace.